welcome to the first episode of Grammar TV for 2017. I'm Benjamin Hill.
And I'm Adele McLean. This episode has been produced by the Grade 9 broadcasting class and is the first for 2017.
As part of Grammar TV this year, we aim to learn more about different people around the school, including support staff, teachers and of course students. As the first of these segments, Sophie Campbell and Molly Wilcock interviewed the chairman of the board.
The Launceston Church Grammar School Board has recently been a topic of discussion. We interviewed Mr. Michael Bennett to find out some more about the role of the school board.
The school board's main purpose is to set the strategic direction of the school in such ways as setting the optimum amount of students, but also determining through its strategic plan the direction that the school wants to go to both now and in the future. Most importantly though, the school board's about making sure that the funds of the school are well managed, that the school runs at a profit so that it's got a sustainable future, but also that the facilities of the school are all modern, acceptable and safe, and an ideal place for students to learn. The school board's made up a variety of people from a variety of sources. The Bishop of Tasmania has 3 nominations on the school board, and they rotate through a 12-year cycle. The Old Launcestonians Association has 6 reps on the school board, and the Christ College trustees also have 2 nominations on the school board. In addition to that, the headmaster, Mr. Stephen Norris, and the business manager, Mr. Ian Dickinson, are both members of the school board because of the roles that they undertake in the school. Currently we've got 4 or 5 projects on the go, but the 2 main projects are the boarding house. The boarding house has been a bit of a problem as far as the facilities for a long time, and so we're gradually starting on trying to bring the boarding house into a modern environment. The second big project is what we're still calling the community hub, which is the link between the new cafe and the Oval. That'll include a lovely new viewing area, so people will be able to view the lovely ground from that viewing area. But more importantly, it'll give us a large area under cover where students, particularly in winter, will be able to be warm and out of the weather. Every member of the board is an honorary position. No one gets paid for any of their duties, and in fact it's probably close to the fact that most board members are out of pocket as a result of the time they give up and the minor costs they incur in giving their time to the school board. I'm very proud of the fact that the board members put in so much time to ensure that the school's in such a good condition. Well, just recently I've established a chair of the school board's email address, so anyone can contact me via chair at LCGS, and so that's probably the easiest. Although my mobile phone number's out there, and we're willing to hear from anyone that's got good ideas or has any issues regarding the school, or alternatively through the headmaster's EA.
Thanks for that, Molly and Sophie. We now go to a story about the Antipodeans abroad. Ben Hill and Will Mannering had a talk with 2 students that went on the trip to Vietnam last year to see what it's all about.
The Antipodes Trip is a yearly event in which a group of students go to a third world country and try to make a difference. We caught up with 2 of previous year's grade 10s and they talked about how the trip runs and their experience.
Well, the trip kind of divides up into like 3 main parts. So we did a trek for, so we were like hiking and stuff through mountains for a week, which is really challenging. We also did a community project.
Yeah, we did that in the remote village, like just outside of the main city of Vietnam, and we did that for a week and built a bridge and moved rocks and just hard labour and stuff like that for a week.
The rest of it's pretty much just learning how to guide a group around, and getting 22 people places can be a bit tricky, so learning how to do that and how to manage your time.
The previous year's grade 10s did not agree what their favourite part was, but they did both say that it was a rewarding experience overall.
Mine would be we were in Hanoi. Yeah. Hanoi. And it was flooding, raining. There was a typhoon, and it was just really cool to experience that. It wasn't scary or anything. It's just the water was like coming up higher and higher each day, and it was really cool to watch. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Mine would probably be the community project, how we built the bridge, and we went to the school and you could see how much of an impact it actually created to the community and how much difference it actually made, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Grade 10 students who are on last year's trip recommended to anybody who can go on it in years to come. This has been Will Mainwaring, Mowbray.
You will have seen a number of new staff members around the campus this week. This week are featuring Mr Gray and Dr Rogers. Sarah Adkins and Adele McLean have this story.
A new year at the school brings in a new group of teachers. The new teachers in the maths department, Mr Gray and Mr Rogers, tell us their first impressions of teaching at grammar. Mr Rogers tells us why he came to Tasmania and why he started teaching at grammar.
It's fun working with young people who are energetic, who are old enough to think about difficult issues but not old enough to have made up their minds about everything yet. I've got the feeling very strongly that most of the students here want to be here. It's quite a different feel at a newer school. It's good work hours, it's a fun environment, it's different each year as different students come through. Here, beautiful place, lots of clean air, green grass, good place to bring up kids.
Mr Gray tells us the difference between teaching here compared to Sydney and what his interests were before he started teaching.
It's really nice teaching here. The students are really good, they're really engaged and seem to concentrate a lot better in lessons. They work harder than in previous schools. I worked as an engineer. I worked at a company that built aircraft for the Air Force, and I also worked for myself as a musician for quite a period of time. I taught piano and I used to do gigs.
This has been Adele and Sarah for Grammar TV.
Marie Strickland has had a pivotal role in the canteen management. Recently, Callum Fleming and Brad McGee filmed this story earlier in the term.
Grammar has recently upgraded its canteen, and to find out more about the recent enhancements, we spoke to Marie about what she thinks.
The cafe where we work out the back definitely is a big improvement, but this area at the front, I'd have to say it's not. It's not large enough for the number of students that are coming through.
She stated that Friday is the worst day to work in the tuck shop as the students are quite loud on this day.
And you children are the noisiest of a Friday.
She spoke about the recent additions to the menu and upcoming winter specials.
I have made a few changes this year. I've introduced some fruit salads and banana bread and a few more healthier options. I do some different things for winter. We have our hot soups coming, which I make soup every day.
She also gave us an insight into what she thinks needs improving.
At this stage I won't be changing anything else. Maybe when we get larger we can have more of a cafe variety of food.
Marie also thinks that it is an improvement over the previous canteen, apart from the ordering area. Marie also wants to inform the students to use the lanes as intended. This has been Brad McGee.
We are lucky enough to have amazing grounds here at the school. This doesn't happen without considerable work. We spoke to one of the people we have to thank for this, Steve Zannon. Astrid, Millie and Abby have this story.
As a part of Grammar TV this year, we are going to interview students and staff at the school. This week, myself, Millie and Astrid spoke to Steve Zannon. Steve said there are good and bad parts to his job.
I get to do a variety of things. So not only work in the grounds, I get to bus drive, I get to help you guys in sport, if you'll have me. And sometimes I go on camps, and yeah, so the best part about my job is I've got to do a lot of variety of things. The worst part would be picking up your rubbish. Well, it would help if all you guys just put your rubbish in the bin, because there's bins provided. If we ask you to do something, you generally do it. So back on the rubbish issue, if I do see the students dropping that and I ask them to pick it up, they will pick it up. So.
This has been Abby, Astrid and Millie for Grammar TV.
Recently, the Owada students made their annual trip down to Launceston. We went to the junior school to film this story.
week, as part of our time at Launceston Church Grammar School, we visited the junior campus and did a presentation in assembly. We sang Auld Lang Syne in Japanese and English.
That brings us to the end of our first episode of Grammar TV for 2017. Thank you for joining us.
And we'll see you next time. Yeah, we